Fine motor skills are movements involving small muscle groups, and people typically think of hand movements, but fine motor skills are so much more than just what baby can do with their hands. They do involve muscles, such as those in the hand, wrist, and fingers, but these skills also involve muscles in the eyes, lips, and even tongue. So how can we think of baby's vision development in terms of fine motor skills? At birth, baby's eyes may not coordinate to move together, as this is a learned skill and it takes a lot of practice. You may see one eye slightly lag behind the other in their first few months. According to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, by 3 months, baby's eyes should work together to focus and track objects. As baby's eyes and the fine motor skills that drive them to view their world are developed, their hand-eye coordination will strengthen as well. This allows baby to judge distances using depth perception and to know where to reach their hand and fingers to grasp an object. In babies, this begins as reaching for a toy on the ground, and as baby grows, it develops to using their hands to pull to stand and stack objects. Another extremely cool way baby uses fine motor skills that you may not have thought of is with their lip and tongue movements. These movements are essential for speaking and eating, both as a baby and as an adult. Letters like M, B, or P all require your lips to come together tightly, which requires your lip muscles. Letters like T, D, or L require your tongue to move to the top of the mouth. Try going through the alphabet while thinking about how your lips and tongue need to move to make the sound. These movements are not only essential for speaking, but eating as well. Think of when you use a spoon. Your lips close completely over it as you drag the utensil out of your mouth. You even use your tongue to move food to the back of your mouth in order to swallow. You may notice in babies, their tongue pushes pureed foods out of their mouth. This means they're still strengthening those fine motor muscles of the tongue. Now to the most known muscles used for fine motor skills, the muscles of the hands, wrists, and fingers. One of the most identifiable progressions of hand and finger movements is the pincer grasp. At 0 to 3 months, baby is learning to open and close their fists. They also have a reflex called the palmar grasp reflex, which occurs when something is placed in the palm of baby's hand, and their fingers curl around to grasp it. This skill then progresses to 4 to 6 months, when while lying on their back, baby transfers a toy from one hand to the other. Their hands need to come together, and their fingers need to curl and uncurl in order to successfully complete the transfer. Then at 7 to 9 months, you can see baby will pick up small objects with their thumb and fingers. Being precise in their movements and using hand-eye coordination is essential for this movement. At 10 to 12 months, baby will be able to refine this movement even more and use just their thumb and pointer finger to pick up small objects instead of their thumb and all of their fingers. This is known as the pincer grasp. These progressions, while seemingly tiny and confined to just one body part, end up being crucial for adults in their everyday lives. Eating, typing, writing, playing an instrument, opening a door, all of these things require strong and coordinated hand, wrist, and finger movements. So how can babies strengthen their fine motor skills? In babies, at 0 to 3 months, use a rattle to visually gain baby's interest. Make sure baby is able to wrap their fingers around the base. At 4 to 6 months, give toys that require baby to use their hands and fingers to close objects. At 7 to 9 months, wrap toys in newspaper so baby needs to unwrap it with their fingers. At 10 to 12 months, offer baby food on their high chair, like cereal or soft cooked vegetables, for them to pick up and put in their mouth. This also works on their lip and tongue muscles as well. In toddlers, at 13 to 18 months, let your toddler paint on a paper plate or tray with yogurt. Encourage them to use their fingers to draw and their full hand to smear around the yogurt. Alternatively, play a toy drum or an overturned container in front of your little one. Have them use wooden spoons or their hands as drumsticks and make some sounds. At 19 to 24 months, cut an apple in half and use it as a stamp. Your little one can also use carrots to roll around in the paint. You can also cut holes into the lid of a box and have your toddler push pom-poms through the holes. Different sized holes can create new challenges. Some they can drop, and others they will have to push through. In children, color with a crayon or marker. Have your child draw you a masterpiece. Holding a marker to draw will work on their grasp, and moving their wrist will work on their muscle movements. Use scissors. Draw a shape on a piece of paper. Give your child child-safe scissors and have them cut out the shape. This will require them to use hand-eye coordination and finger movements in order to open and close the scissors. Play with putty. Dump out some dough or make your own putty. Give it to your child to play with and make new shapes. This requires them to use their palm and fingers to mold the putty or dough into different shapes and sizes. Play with your little one to develop their fine motor skills today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and check out our other social media accounts in the description below. It's never too early or too late to get baby on the right pathway.